Look at this crack of dawn stuff for the game of soldiers. You can't be doing it to me. I'd still be in my bed, you know, only the other night I met this punter and he wanted somebody to get him to his London train early. And like a mug, I volunteered. See, breaking my own rules, my own fault, never offer.
Oh, I'm sorry, I beg your pardon.
What's up with you this morning? You look as if you've been smacked on the back of the head with a stocking full of cornflakes. Yeah, it's 26, will you, love? I'm not myself until I've had something to get me cough going, you know, and a paper. You're not by any chance walking in your sleep, are you?
No, of course not.
Oh, right. Hello, then.
Hey, just a minute. You haven't paid me. Now, you weren't going to remind me, were you?
Of course I was. I was just seeing how flipping dozy you were, that's all. Hangover, is it? I've got a tip for you. A bottle of light ale, but you've got to down it in two. There's no supping it.
It is not a hangover. I've never had a hangover in my life.
Is that right? I feel sorry for you. At least I know as the day wears on, I'm going to feel a hell of a sight better than I do now. Oh, dear.
If your plate's up. Hello?
Oh, come on, Debbie. Can't it wait till I've had my breakfast?
No.
Hey, Deb, do us a favour, will you? Iron my blue shirt for us.
Got a load of washing to do. Iron it yourself.
I'm not any good when I do it. I always get the collar wrong somehow.
Well, practice. That's what you need. Have enough to do with the washing. And listen, if it's up in a bed, stuffed in a drawer, it's not going to get washed. It's only going to get washed if it's in the Alibaba basket. Stuart said I didn't warn you.
She could have ironed one shirt.
Ah, come on, Kev. She does a fair share. Here, while I think of it, seeing as she's doing the washing, go to Jackson's Chippy at dinner time, will you? And get fish and chips for the three of us.
Okay.
Okay.
And I like the post.
That'll be a load of bills, I suppose.
I'll get it. It's for me.
Love letter, is it?
Must be joking. None of lads who love me can read or write.
Right. I'll get in the bathroom before dark, Kevin.
Yeah, kid. They'll treat us all to fish and chips at dinner, eh?
What's the catch?
No catch. Well, you could iron my blue shirt, couldn't you?
Daddy, these are more expensive.
Oh, I'm sorry I'm late, love. I couldn't find my car keys anywhere. I searched high and low, couldn't find them anywhere. In the finish, I thought, I'm going to have to get Brian Tilsley. Got to the telephone, and there they are on the pad. I don't know. I'm losing my mind. You been busy?
Just reasonable.
Anyway, you coped.
Rita.
What's up?
I've got something I want to tell you.
I'll have this one.
Oh, thank you. Thanks very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Thank you.
Well?
You know, I went round to Derek's house last night.
Oh, yeah, I meant to ask. What's it like?
Oh, it's very nice.
I mean, is
but
it Buckingham Palace or a little terrace or what?
No, it's a semi with a nice garden, but I mean, that's not what I want to tell you. You see...
Well,
we'd had a meal and then... and then he proposed.
he proposed? He actually asked you? Derek actually asked you to marry him?
Yes.
Oh, love, that's marvellous. Oh, and here's me rattling on about my car keys. Oh, I'm delighted for you. That's marvellous. Is it going to be a church do or what?
Oh.
And when? I mean, no point hanging around at your age. I mean,
I didn't accept him.
oh, Derek proposed to you and you turned him down?
No, I didn't.
Well, one thing at t'other, either you did or you didn't.
Rita, will you listen? I mean, he asked me, and when I got over the surprise, because I mean, I was completely bowled over.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he just took me by surprise,
Yes.
you see. Well, I didn't know what to do.
Well, what did you say?
I said he'd have to give me time to think about it.
Trust you. If a fairy popped out from under a mushroom and offered you 3 wishes, you'd say you want to think about it.
Well, what's wrong with that? I mean, I don't see any reason to go rushing into things. I mean, after all, it is the biggest decision a person ever takes.
You're right. You're quite right. Hey, what a turn-up, though. How do you feel?
I could hardly believe it was happening. I mean, I just can't say to myself, you know, I haven't dreamed all this.
You haven't, have you?
No, of course
I mean,
not.
I'd be better give Derek a ring, see if he knows out about this.
To Derek asked me, and I said, well, I said he'd have to give me time to think about it before Well, before.
Before you say yes, please. Mavis, this calls for a celebration. Go and put kettle on.
Right, Cock, I'm off. I'll be back about 1 o'clock. Oh, by the way, our Kevin's getting fish and chips for 3 of us.
Yeah, I know.
Right, I'll see ya.
Morning. Anybody been down cellar? Put your barrel on?
Yes, me.
Oh, I would have done that. Job with the Henry Judas before opening, you know.
I've got my own methods, Fred. Things are going to be different now.
Yeah, only, I wasn't exactly clear what you were on about earlier on, you know.
Well, it's simple enough, Fred. I'm afraid it's a case of last in, first out.
Well, I mean, your mother had to take me on. The bloody insisted. I mean, she needed me.
Yes, that was in my mother's time, Fred. That's the point. Times have changed.
Yeah, but I mean, the pub, it's going to need a cellar man.
It's not up to you to say what this pub needs, Fred. That's up to the landlord, me. I've got the licence now. Whatever did or didn't happen in my mother's time is all past history, all right?
Yeah, it's all right saying that, but what about me?
I'm afraid you're going to have to look for another job.
Well, jobs just don't grow on trees, you know.
Yes, I know that. That's why I'm suggesting you look right away. Oh, and, incidentally, you're not just looking for a job, you're also looking for somewhere to live. That room you use goes with the job. And now the job's gone.
I see. You just wave one lordly wave of your hand and I'm not only out of a job, I'm out of a home as well, is that it?
There's no good talking like that. There's no point. The point is your job no longer exists, so like I say, start looking. There's the evening news and the advertiser. You'll find jobs in there and accommodation.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, I think I'll go and grab a bite to eat. Unless you want to take first.
No, I'd just as soon go later.
Right. Well, see you in about an hour.
Rita, you won't tell anybody about it, will you, about me and Derek?
Oh, Egg, Mavis, that's the best bit of gossip I've ever had off you.
I told you in confidence, Rita.
Of course I won't say anything. Fair dues, you want to make the big announcement yourself. Wouldn't rob you of that. For afterwards I'll gossip like mad.
Yeah, but I don't know yet whether there's going to be an announcement. I mean, if I decide to say no, well, I'll hardly want to go telling anybody.
You won't say no.
How can you assume that?
I'm not assuming it. I just know you. There's no way you'd turn down a chance to change your name to Mrs. Derek Wilton.
Mrs. Derek Wilton.
Yeah, nice kid. Fish, chips, peas, rice. I tell you who was in the chipper. Wendy Watts out of your class.
Wendy Nuttall?
Yeah, that's the one. Bragging she was. Got her exam results this morning. 6 passes. Dead cocky she was. Hey, if she's got her results, you should have yours, shouldn't you? Did you hear me?
I heard you.
Well, if she's got hers, why haven't you got yours?
I have got 'em. Came this morning.
How'd you do?
Rotten. 2 grade 4s, 2 grade 5s. One even worse.
Not bad, is it? Still, it's only exams, innit? I didn't pass any. Look at me.
Listen, Kev, don't tell Dad, all right?
Well, he's going to have to know sooner or later. Let's tell him now, get it over with.
Well, I'll tell him when I'm ready. Don't you say anything. You won't, will you?
Can't promise. I can't concentrate for some reason. I think it's we worrying about how I'm going to get my shirt ironed.
I'll murder you.
Look, Walker, I put a lot of sweat in this boozer over a lot of years.
It may seem a long time to you, Fred, but it doesn't to me. I've lived here all my
Oh,
life.
give over, will you? Swanning out in Jersey when I've been here all the time. Living up in the sunshine when I've been flogging my guts out.
Excuse me.
You know what I'd do if I was in your shoes? I'd get myself out to Jersey and try and get a job there. It's great there. You'd have to book your ideas up, mind you.
That smells good, Betty.
Oh, 'tis good. I made it, didn't I?
Well, in that case, I'll treat it with the respect it deserves. I'll sit down to eat it.
Oh, lovely.
Listen here. While you've been out in Jersey, I've been looking after this boozer for your mother, haven't I? Ask her, go and get the blower, ask her, go on.
For the last time, you are living in the past. The pub is in new hands. I can't afford you, and I haven't got the room for you, right?
Coronation Street is sponsored by Cadbury's Cream Egg.
Look at the state of that nose.
I'm checking to see if it's hollow.
Stop that at once.
Robin's Nest, tonight at 7 on Plus.
Joanne? Samantha? Lucy?
Your hands
Catherine?
say a lot about you.
Mum?
A Trixo-regenerating treatment for hands that don't give you away.
Thompson Local. On the internet. The answer comes out of the blue.
Ironing. However you cope with it, new Comfort Easy Iron fabric conditioner with its special fibre moisturisers can make it a breeze, even on cotton. Make ironing easier with Comfort Easy Iron.
Discover the other side of yourself. Australia. Phone now for a free traveller's guide. Go to Australia with Singapore Airlines. Now more than ever, a great way to fly.
If something matters to you, it still matters at 35,000 feet. So be good to yourself. Fly Emirates.
Wherever you live, whether it's down here in Hampshire
or up here in Scotland,
You can put the cost of your calls.
Use Cable and Wireless now.
On 0500 500 500.
Have you got that? You don't need a new phone.
or a new number. And you can keep things like 1471.
you know, the last caller service.
They promise they'll bring down your phone bills.
Or they give you double the difference back.
That's double the difference back.
That's handy.
Every single month you get 100 minutes of local evening calls.
Our internet turn.
Absolutely free.
Free is good.
And that's not all!
Any Saturday you can call long distance.
And talk for as long as you like for no more than 50p.
Switching to cable and wireless really is so easy.
Just call 0500 500 500. And you could be saving wherever you live.
John Steed and Tara King to the rescue, unless they're drinking champagne. The Avengers, weekdays at 11 and 5 on Plus.
Coronation Street is sponsored by Cadbury's Cream Egg.
Right, I'm off then. I'll see you about 5:30, lovey.
Right. Thanks a lot, love.
Billy, Billy, there's something that I must say to you, love. You probably tell me that it's none of my business, but, well, I think you're being very, very hard on Fred. No, it's bad enough him losing his job these days now, ain't it? But he's losing his home as well. I mean, I know he's on the rough side. We all know that, but, oh, he's not a bad worker, love.
Betty, I've got to run this place and try and make it pay, and the top and bottom of it is that it doesn't warrant employment for you, Bet, me and Fred.
Well, I still think you're being very hard on him. I mean, what does your mother think about it?
It's not my mother's problem, is it? And as you yourself said, it's got...
I know, but you know what I think about it, don't you?
Going down the job centre, are you?
No, I'm not.
Oh, don't tell me you found a job all by yourself.
No, I haven't. If you must know, for your information, I'm going out to the brewery. See what they've got to say about it.
About what?
Oh, you sacking me, that's what.
I haven't sacked you. I asked you to look around for something else, that's all.
It's the same thing, doesn't it? Anyway, I'm going out to Newton and Ridley's. See what they've got to say about it. About the service I've put in this pub here for the last 8 years.
Oh, fair enough, but I still think you'd spend your time better down the job centre. Oh, while you're at the brewery, give them a message for us, will you? Tell them I could shift a few more light ales.
Afternoon.
Hello. Afternoon, Hilda.
You don't sell darning wool, do you?
That's right, Hilda, we don't sell darning wool. Tell truth, I just can't think of anywhere around here that does these days.
No. It stands vests, you see. Oh, I'll have a quart of all sorts while I'm here. Very hard on vests, is Stan. Always has been. Of course, he doesn't change them often enough, that's his trouble.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah. I go on at him, you know, but it's like talking to the fire back. So he wears them till they're falling off him. Then, of course, there's a hole in them. It's the sweat what does it. It's acid, you know, breaks down the wool.
It's all part of the rich tapestry of marriage, this, isn't it, Hilda?
Oh, yeah, well, you have to take the rough with the smooth, haven't you? Mind you, with Stan, there's not been a lot of smooth. Ta-ra!
Ta-ra. Is that what's giving you the collywobbles about Derek? The thoughts of washing his dirty vest, that sort of thing?
No, it's not that, really.
Oh, it is a drawback. No use denying it. And it does help if you're in love. Either that or acclimatise through years of drudgery. I mean, look at Hilda. She's been washing Stan's vest for 40 years, so she can do it. But if Stan were a stranger, she couldn't, could she? She'd make you heave.
Rita, will you stop going on about Stan's underwear? It's not that sort of thing, not really. You see, well, what I've got to ask myself is Derek the right man?
Yes, Betty, look, you know, it's great after our day's graft to down that first pint.
You don't wait to finish your work. You're down in pints every chance you've got. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't ride in your taxi, not for a gold clock.
Gave over, I like a drink, yes, but just the one. I'm a one-drink man, me. Yeah, one after another, you mean?
Oh, hey, Billy's gunning for you for being late, love.
So, what's new?
How did you go on at the brewery?
I didn't see anybody, Betty.
Oh.
Didn't see Sarah Ridley, George Newton, nobody. The only person I saw was that little tab end of a bloke Harper upstairs in the office. Still had to make an appointment. You know, I can see anybody. Next flaming Tuesday.
Oh, dear, well, you just have to wait then. Did you make an appointment, love?
No. He already knew I'd got the push. What's the point, Betty?
Oh, it's a shame.
Keep you talking at the brewery, did they? They invite you up to the boardroom. George Newton give you one of his big fat cigars.
No, I haven't seen anybody yet.
No, I didn't think you would do. George Newton's in London for a week. Sarah Ridley's on her holidays. Bahamas, I think. Incidentally, when I took over the licence, I did warn them I've been making certain staff changes, just out of courtesy. They didn't raise any objections. Now then, if you're still with us, perhaps you wouldn't mind doing a bit. The customer over there wants serving.
He'll push me too far, he will.
Hey, just you keep your temper. It would suit him fine if you give him an earful, love.
What's going on? While you're thinking about it, put one in there.
Oh, right, love.
I'll tell you what's going on. As far as he's concerned, I've got the push. As far as he's concerned, I'm redundant.
You're joking.
I'm not joking. It's not only my job, it's my flipping home as well, isn't it?
Oh, well, hard lines, Fred. It's a tough old world.
Thank you, love.
Mind you, I won't be sleeping in doorways while there's pals like Betty around.
How do you mean?
Well, you could always take in a lodger, couldn't you? You've got that spare room. It's always nice to know it's there, Betty.
Yeah.
Listen, he just can't chuck you out just like that. You've got time in here, mate.
Oh, he couldn't care flipping less.
Listen, the law cares. You're entitled to redundancy, compensation.
No, not in the licensed trade, mate. Sorry, you got
Workers have rights, Fred. Am I right, Michael?
Too flaming many, mate.
You stick with me, Fred. I'll not let this Billy Walker fella push you about. You stick with me. I'll have a think about this.
Look, I might as well have this evening paper delivered. You know, put it on the bill, eh?
Righto. Well, start tomorrow. That is, if I've still got delivery lads.
Why? What's your problem?
Oh, a couple of them have got their exam results today. CSE, do they call it? Done all right as well. So they should be aiming for something higher than delivering newspapers.
Yeah, Debbie's been taking her CSEs.
Oh, has she? How's she gone on?
Well, I don't know. She hasn't had her results through yet. But she should be all right. I mean, she's not behind the door when it comes to brains, our Debbie. Right, I'll see you.
OK, ta-ra.
Ta-ra.
Bye.
Another day nearly over, eh, Mavis? I shall be glad when we shut that door.
Oh, so shall I. I just want to sit down, get my shoes off. Look. Derek!
Hello, Mavis. You look radiant.
Evening. Evening, Derek.
Oh, hello. How are you?
I'm fine. Yourself?
Oh, fine.
Derek, what are you doing here, though? Didn't we say Friday?
Yeah, I know we did, I know. But I was at work, just tidying up the desk, and I thought, I shouldn't be doing this. I should be with Mavis. So here I am.
Call it a day, eh, Mavis? I mean, take Derek up to the flat. I can cope with whatever, you know, till we close.
Well, are you sure? Because I don't...
Certainly. Go on. You two want to be alone. You've a lot to talk over.
You ain't it, you little belter, what are you?
Soft in the head.
Hiya. Hey, Dad.
There's 2 pizzas undergrowth for you and our Kev. Just want doing for about 10 minutes.
Oh, what are you having?
I've had mine. See ya.
Hey, hang on a minute.
Well, I'm going out to meet Shirley.
It'll wait.
Well, I'm late now. We're going to take pictures.
Look, you're not going anywhere till I've had a word with you. It's about your exam results.
Well, what about them?
Well, as far as I can gather, most people have been getting them today. I wondered what happened to yours.
I'd probably say weeks. It's at school. They're all puddled down there. Or it was when I went.
Well, if that's the case, I'll give them a tinkle and see what they're playing at.
No, I won't bother.
Unless you've had them. What was that letter that came this morning?
Well, for me, I told you.
Was that your exam results, Debbie? Come on, Debbie, stop mucking me about.
Yeah.
Well, I want to see them then, don't I? Well, come on. In there, Addy.
You can't go in my bag. That's private.
Debbie, I want to see those exam results. And I'm telling you, lady, you're not going out of this house until I have. So, come on, let's see them.
Of course I'm pleased to see you, Derek. It's just that I wasn't expecting you. I mean, we did say Friday,
I couldn't stay away. Ever since last night, Mavis, I've not stopped thinking about us.
Yes, well, I've been thinking too. I said I would.
I knew you would be. And I suddenly thought, what is the point of staying away from Mavis until Friday?
Well, we'd made arrangements, that's all.
I overheard someone talking in the office this afternoon, and they were quoting a saying. Today is the first day of the rest of my life. Have you ever heard that saying, Mavis?
Yes, I think I have heard it.
Yes, well, today is the first day of the rest of our life. It starts now, not Friday night. We've so much to decide, Mavis. Where we're going to live. I mean, I'm assuming my house, but you may have other ideas. And then there's the wedding arrangements. I know it's a woman's privilege to name the day, but I'd like it to be fairly soon.
Derek, you're just going too
And
fast for
I brought something for you.
Well, it's flaming obvious why you were hiding it. No wonder you didn't want me to see it.
What's going to? I would have told you.
Oh, yeah. 2 grade 4s, 2 grade 5s. And what's this you letter mean?
Classified.
And that's even worse, is it? Gordon Bennett, Debbie, what were you doing? What were you thinking about?
I'm no good at exams.
Come on, you're not thick.
I'm just no good at exams. I've never been any good at exams.
Look, I'll tell you why you did no good. Because you spent too much time listening to flaming pop music and reading daft magazines.
I did not.
It's about time you realise, Debbie, it's an hard world. And you've got to put a bit of effort in. But you didn't even try. And you swore blind to me you were doing your swatting.
I did do. I'm just no good at exams, Dad.
Well, I'm telling you, lady, things are going to be a lot different round here. From now on, you're going to start working a lot harder and get down some studying. And you'll take these again and pass them.
I don't want to go back to school. It's a waste of time.
Look, I'm having no argument about it. You're not leaving school without some decent qualifications behind you.
I hate school, and I'm not going back. And I don't care what you say. You can't make me go, and I'm never going back.
Oh, go on, open it.
Oh.
Do you like it?
Oh, it's a beautiful ring, Derek.
I wanted you to have a really good engagement ring, Mavis.
Oh, but just a minute, Derek. I mean, we did agree, didn't we, that I'd have time to think about that.
Well, what is there to think about? We've only ourselves to consider, Mavis. There's no one else to worry about now. I'll be very proud to see you wearing that, Mavis, because it was Mother's.
Your mother's?
Yes. So you see, it's very special to me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Derek, but you're taking entirely... I mean, in the first place, I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to marry you.
You haven't?
No, you just seem...
You're hoping. I wasn't assuming.
Yes, and I told you that I needed time to think about it. No, Derek, you have to take it back. But I tell you this, if I do decide to get engaged to that last ring I'll ever want to wear.
Derby at the Riverside tonight.